don't think we've actually been live. All right. Good evening, Swirly Nation. We thought we were bringing you the stream. It looks like we're up and live now. We are definitely live now. All right, good stuff. Some audio technical issues here at the beginning. We're about a minute, maybe 2 minutes in now. 2 minutes into the period here. But it is a good evening, Swirly Nation, as we come to you live from the great north. Canada, we are in you. As the Penguins make their first trip north of the border in years. As we get set to start what is the Toronto Marlborough International Tournament. It is the Mississauga Senators and your Pittsburgh Penguins elite. All right, folks, live action here. I am joined in the booth by the one, the only, Todd Bowles.
It's great to be here, Bob.
I don't know. How's that going to work out for him there, Cotton? As we get some live action here. Speaking of Bolus, it is a Bolus with it at the blue line. He sends it cross ice to Flume. D'Angelo Flume cuts to the middle, has a spot, fires, and he finds 5-hole. And D'Angelo Flume tickles the twine with a twisted wrister, and he's not going to take it, folks. The Pens lead 1-0 early.
Well, what a nice play by D'Angelo there. Held the puck, moved over to the slot, got a better shot, put it right by the goalie, 5-hole.
So an early tally from Big 97. And Dad up and pounding on the glass here at Canlin Ice Rinks in Etobicoke. Yes, Etobicoke. I learned how to pronounce that about 7 years ago. And still, I don't think I have it right. We are going to go to not necessarily starting lineups, but I'll give you the lineups that are in right now. In net number 1 for the Penguins, the Squish Tender. On defense, 10, Rowan Burrows, 92, Tyler Bolus. Up front at left wing, Jimmy Halliday. The right wing is Zach Brenneman, and it's center, jumping Jack Carlson.
What a nice pass there by Jack to come down, draw everyone to his side, and move it over to Jimmy for a nice shot.
Penguins with another high-end scoring chance here early. As the Senators work it up the right wing side, it'll be cut off by the big defenseman, Chappell. Chappell goes D to Foster. Foster with a pass up to Pearsall, who tried to tap it cross ice to Zach Brenneman. Brenneman, first one to the puck, now followed on by Golnack. Golnack twists and turns in the corner. He'll reverse for Brenneman. I'm sorry, Pearsall, now Brenneman. It's in down low behind the net for Brenneman's backhander. Loose in front, it's waved at and finally covered by the goaltender.
What a nice play by Zach there, curling out in front, getting a nice shot, going for the rebound.
I'm going to try to move this if possible. We do have a wobbly table, and so we can get a little closer to the glass here, Todd. Right. Try to get this out.
Really nice puck protection down low by Owen Golnack, too. Doing a little mohawking, keeping the puck between the boards and him.
As it's worked back to the point. It'll be kept in by Chappell, rimmed around by the Senators. Kept in the zone by Foster. It's right there's Pearsall with support. Pearsall diving to the middle where we saw Flume from. Now it comes free to Brenneman. He feeds it over for a backhander off the stick of Golnack that sails just wide. Penguins back on it. There's Pearsall looking at the corner and a better glove save by the Senator netminder. It'll be Pearsall getting control, back in front, shot comes in, rebound there, and it's taparoo time for Owen Golnack as he makes it 2-0 Senator. Penguins.
Nice play by David Chappell to move up from the D slot into the high slot. Pearsall found him for the shot, a nice rebound there by Owen Golnack.
As always, we've got the chat up. As usual, I should say, we got the chat up. I see Aunt Stephanie has already chimed in. Big Beezy Pearsall fan right there. So Aunt Stephanie's on there. You can tweet the booth. All you got to do is subscribe below is what we ask. Hit the subscribe button. Within 5 minutes of subscribing, you can join the chat and let us know how you feel about these Pittsburgh Penguins, a lead who are off to now a 3-0 start as there is Jonesy on the back side with the pickle stabber. And how much wood could a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck wood, it's 3-0 Pens early.
What a nice play by Campelli. Get the puck to the net. He wasn't worried about trying to score off his shot, just getting it to the net for a tip or something like that, and that's exactly what Jonesy did. By the way, I must say I'm a little nervous here filling in for George Pearsall. Big shoes to fill on the color side.
The Commodore Pearsall. Did you have any nicknames growing up that we could use on live?
None that
YouTube?
we can talk about on air, Bob.
As the Penguins control the puck, it's Jones. Up for Carlson. Cross ice feed. Carlson with another dish. This time he was looking for Costa. Leaving for Carlson. He'll peel off the wall. Firing one. Deflected in front. Jones is there to pick it up again. And right in front of the net, the Penguins pound one more by the Senators and make it 4. Love early.
Jonesy using that big body. He's always in front there looking to tap one in. Nice play. Nice puck movement by Carlson in the corner to get that started.
Just tap it in happy. Penguins 4. We're 9 minutes in. And Squish getting back to the net after they dropped the puck. I thought maybe they pulled the goaltender there. These referees, not much for the bench Selly, I guess. Throwing that puck down pretty early.
Hey, I liked it. He was getting some action in there. He's been a little quiet down there.
Yeah, I think one shot so far trickled through on the Squish tender. Other than that, it's been the boys in black. Speaking of black, the Penguins in their black gin and juice uniforms, of which I'm pretty sure Debbie Foster might have had a gin and juice at lunch. Rumor has it. I can neither confirm nor deny. They are the black jerseys with Pittsburgh from the right shoulder to the left hip. The black pants with gold stripes, black socks with gold and white stripes, and the iconic gold Pens Elite helmets. As it's cleared all the way down by the Senators, they'll say it went off the stick of the SS Rowan Bros all the way to the Penguins and no icing. It'll be picked up by Bolus. Bolus up the wing for Carlson. It kind of comes off of him oddly. He'll get control, and the Penguins battle at the blue line, coming away with it, and it's Carlson. 1 step, 2 step, and he's gone. Up ice, 3-on-2, shot in towards the 5-hole. Puck loose in front, finally covered.
That was a nice play there coming in on the 3-on-1. Jack was looking to pass, fake the pass, and then take the shot, and it just came off his stick a little bit. But nice opportunity for the Pens. Crossover, head up. That's the way I always see Jack Carlson. Those feet never, ever seem to stop. Absolutely. Energizer Bunny out there.
All of his athletic ability comes from his mother, a SUNY College superstar at Steeles in basketball. Dad's just a good guy. I mean,
right.
Nice person, but all the athletic ability from Mom.
Both graduates of SUNY Fredonia, one of the top schools in the Northeast.
And by Northeast, he means Northeast part of Fredonia, like the city of Fredonia. There's only 2 schools. It's the best one on the eastern side.
As a SUNY Fredonia grad myself, I disagree with you, Jeremy.
I didn't know that. You went there and played for Caesars. There's not a lot wrong with you.
Right.
There's a lot. As the Penguins battle at their own line, the Senators come away with it. Winding, firing, and they'll beat the Squish tender with just their second shot. That one getting down low. It looked like it might have been deflected in front. We'll see if we can see it on the rebound. As they came up the left wing side, squeezing one underneath the Penguin goaltender, who hasn't seen much work.
It was hard to see that one. We're on the other end of the rink, and there was some traffic in front. That might have been tipped.
So let's see. It looks like hopefully everybody can hear and see us. The stream looks good on our end. I think we have everything updated. We haven't been able to bring any replays just yet, as the buffer was not working, but I think it will be now. So hopefully we get a few more goals at this end by the Penguins. Here before the period's over. 3:24 to play in the first. Penguins leading by 3. It's 4-1 as Pearsall wraps around from behind. A nice save and cover.
Pens are doing a nice job of puck protection and puck movement, all staples of the Trevor Edwards style of play that the boys learned for the last few years.
So Pearsall will be flanked by Costa and Jones. Jones with a pair already. It's Track and Pelly the defense. Jones gets control. A nice tap pass to Pearsall to Spacey. Creates a 2-on-1. Pearsall's in.
Wow.
And there it is, folks. Forehand, backhand, snipe, sniperoo.
Wow, what a nice play by Braden Pearsall. Coming down. Little one-on-one move around him. Finding top shelf to the goalie's glove side. What a shot. What a play.
And the Penguins get that 4-goal lead back. So we are bringing you a bit of an odd angle here. We're stuck kind of in the bar watching a little bit of Blue Jays baseball, as it was a bit of a task to get online today. Special thanks to the Calabrese and Pearsall families for acquiring a potential top secret nuclear code in order to get us online and bring the game to you live for all of you back home in Pittsburgh and of course across the globe. Those of you joining us in the great north of Canada.
That was a bit of a secret mission, how to get that Wi-Fi password for the private Wi-Fi feed here. We won't say what Larry and Jill did for that, but good job nonetheless.
Smiles, lots of smiles. So appreciating that. It's what took us a second to get up a little late, and we are kind of stuck in the end zone here. We're going to be here all weekend, so we'll try to potentially get the cameras inside the rink if we can. Just trying to get the right Wi-Fi connection and get everything set up was a bit of a difficulty here. Game one, if you would see the parking lot, you would understand why. 4 rinks and about 7 parking spaces for us all to park in. As Carlson weaves in, he'll dance inside, now outside, feeding it back across. It's fended off well by a Mississauga defender. Pearsall pinned to the boards, Flume follows on. Now Carlson.
Bad change by Bolus there.
As Dad indicates. Foster able to be there to force the play wide to the corner. Puck comes in front off the squish tender stick and kick one out to the corner. It'll be gathered in by Foster. And the oil can. Foster's clears it up the wall, and with speed comes Pearsall. Pearsall and Brenneman. He'll look back. Oh! That was straight filth.
Whoa!
Crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery fudge nuggets. We're going to bring you the replay on that one.
A little backhand Sally. Backdoor Sally.
Oof, as he goes behind the back on a backside feed to Brenneman.
Wow. What a play there by Pearsall. What a play by Zach Brenneman coming up the slot, knowing that Braden's capable of a play like that and being ready for the shot and the pass.
And the Penguins make it a 6-1 advantage here, making you almost forget about the one. Although the squish tender won't forget about the one. It'll be Pearsall along the boards with that filthy behind-the-back dish. I hear he's applying for waiter jobs all over the city of Pittsburgh, and if he's serving up dishes like that, he'll be a head chef in no time as the Senators work it behind the Penguins net. It's battled for there, and the Penguins win that. They'll be able to snap it up ice. It comes free to Brenneman. Hair flowing behind him. He'll dish it to Pearsall. Why? Because he'll probably get it back for a snipe. Brenneman with the puck. He reverses behind the cage. A nice job there by the Senators to read it and carry it up the right wing side. They'll bank it off the boards where it's controlled by Pelly. Pelly snaps it across to his partner Track. Track with speed splits right up the middle. Carrying into the offensive zone. He's joined by Carlson. A nice area feather pass there. Cross feed. Track banks it off the side of the cage. And we brought that one right to you in your living room. Cameraman Danny Foster as the puck bounces right down the line.
Jack not giving up down low. Love it.
So Dan Foster working. We got like an all defensive core here at Cine TV today. 2 defenseman dads, a goaltender dad, bringing you the Cine TV live feed. Thank you all for joining us. Make sure you subscribe below. The Commodore chiming in on the chat says you're a natural. Nature Boy Todd Bolus. Maybe that's the nickname we need.
I like it.
The Nature Boy.
I wish. No one's as good as the Commodore, though.
So we end period 1. I'm going to bring you, let's see if we can bring it up here.
Getting ahead of the other team. Squish still did a good job in net. As a former goalie, I know it's hard when you're only facing 1 or 2 shots sometimes a period. It's hard to stay in there. And Squish, so far this year,
It is clipped.
we're back live.
All right, folks, we're back in action. Second period here. We brought you the most recent Penguin goal there. The tap in by Brenneman on the filthy dish by Pearsall as we play with a couple options here on the Cine broadcast. We'll try to bring you those player introductions that everybody loves at the second intermission. There's 15 minutes here in period number 2. I think the first period was only 12. 15 here in period number 2 as the Penguins lead by a score of 6-1. It's Cameron Pelly up the wing, looking in front, trying to get it to Costa. It'll be forced to the corner.
Yeah, I think for the preliminary rounds here, they're going to 12-15-15 format.
It'll be fed in front, bouncing. Puck picked up by Carlson, who was covering for Pelly at the point. Tries to feed it backside to Jones. It'll be track down the wall. Good rotation here by the Penguins as they set up the cycle. Now it's Carlson. Carlson peeling off the wall, trying to do his own behind the back dish. That goes off of a skate and it'll be cleared by the Senators. The Senators in their white uniforms today. White jerseys with Sens across the chest, black and red striping, black pants, black socks, and black buckets for Mississauga. Mississauga, by the way, a gigantic suburb of Toronto, is, I believe, bigger than the city of Pittsburgh itself. Just massive.
A lot of kids to take out of Mississauga that are good hockey players, Jeremy.
Wedged at the corner of the net by the Pens, covered up by the Mississauga netminder. And I need to adjust the score clock here to indicate what period we're in. That is the second period of play. 13:23 to play, second period as the Penguins win the draw. It's back to the point. Bolus tries to go down the wall. It's picked off, and here come the Senators. Right wing side winding, firing, and there's the squish tender fighting that one off. Bolus able to clear the puck off of his glove right to his stick. He'll wedge it up the wall, and the Penguins are out to center with Pearsall. If Pearsall scores, Squish gets an assist as it goes in on the goaltender. Trying to run up the goalie stats.
Hey, anytime you can get an assist as a goalie, you got to take it, and you got to give the kid credit for it, Jeremy.
So the Penguins with another scoring chance there down the right. So far, what has been the calling card of this one, Todd?
Just the puck movement by the Penguins, coming up, being unselfish with it, which is their style of play, and getting everyone involved and moving the puck.
I could not agree more. We've seen the Penguins play a couple different styles. The relentless forecheck. This one has been about the tick, the tack, the toe. All about the dishes. It's a restaurant out there. Jeff Hannan just managing a restaurant on the ice. He's also flanked by Joe Pelly and Jimmy Halliday, the sous chef and the front of the house manager. As the Penguins fired in behind the Senators' net, they'll rim it around the left-hand side. Out to center come the Sens. It's cut off by the Penguins and gathered in. It's Carlson on an offside play that'll be brought back outside the Mississauga line.
Owen Golnack offsides there, but I could see how that happened. A few quick moves right at the blue line. The Pens go offside for a face-off here. We got Flume at center here with Pearsall on right wing and Joey Costa on left wing.
The track-Pelly combo on defense as the Penguins put it into the Mississauga zone. Immediate forecheck pressure coming from Halliday. Is that Halliday? I can't tell from this far away. Nope, that's Costa. Sorry. Costa, now Flume. Flume carries to the top, leaves for Pelly. Pelly driving in front. He'll wind, he'll fire. It's off the netminder to the corner.
Nice play there by Flume.
It'll come all the way back to center for Pelly to tap it across to Pearsall. He gets it in front to Costa. Right back to Pearsall. Looking high slot. It'll come off of a stick and trickle in front of the net where the Senators will gather it and carry it around behind. They'll try to break out the right-hand side, left-hand side on your TV screen as you watch on your big screens, in your media rooms, on your phones, and everywhere across the North American continent, as well as country number 2. Our friends in South Korea, and our current country number 3, I guess, and our current 4th, Italy. Italy streaming Cine TV, country number 3. Couple Cine TV notes, over 100,000 minutes watched last month. The month of September, 100,000 minutes watched. Almost 200 new subscribers. Get on there. Hit the subscribe button below if you can hear my voice.
That's impressive, Jeremy. You know, that last shift was a good example of what makes this team so hard to compete against. Both times the puck comes out of the blue line, the Pens defense looks to just reload, get it back up to the forwards to get back in. Is that a goal by the Penguins?
The Penguins score. As I'm looking down, the Penguins get a goal. We'll bring you the replay. I'm going to blow it up big to see. I believe maybe it was the Penguins on a Halliday in front, and it's Jimmy Halliday right in front of the cage. And holy cannoli, the Penguins lead 7-1.
That's the chilly goal for Halliday.
Chilly, chilly, chilly.
Some of our old listeners here might know the reference.
It'll be the Senators controlling the puck in their own end. Penguins cut it off, firing it back in front. It's much harder from this end to see who's doing what. That was Foster in front, crashing the net, I believe was Halliday again. Here's Golnack. Look at that back pressure by Golnack to break the play up at the Penguin line, forcing a dump in by the Senators. The Penguins, the SS Bros back to pick it up off of a skate in front where Bolus will get control, wedging it to the corner to be battled for there. It's Brenneman, supported by Golnack, played behind for Bros. Bros will rim it around the net and hook up with Jonesy on the left or on the right wing side. Puck pops free, it's Brenneman. Working hard for it, Golnack will end up with it. As we play, you take it, no, you take it, no. How about you have it? A polite Canadian version of hockey at center ice here between the blue lines. Ultimately, the Senators will go, I'll take the puck and enter your zone. And the Penguins will turn them right back the other way in the form of Carlson. Carlson, now Brenneman, as the Penguins gain the zone in an onside play. Left wing side, will cut to the middle. Stick in the skates, he goes careening to the ice. The hands stay down, and in a 7-1 game, I can certainly understand why. Carlson back to it on what will be another onside play. I thought that was offsides there, but the Senators turn it back at the blue line. Penguins defense cutting them off yet again. Ice certainly tilted in this one with 8:30 to play in the second frame. It'll come free to Costa. His shot off of a skate. It's gathered in behind where Carlson twists and turns. Knocked off of his stick and cleared away by Mississauga. Mississauga carrying it up the right wing side. Chappell to the puck, able to get control and work it over to Costa. Costa up to center ice, it's Pearsall. He fires it behind the back again, this time to Golnack. His toe drag is unsuccessful, but Pearsall follow on in support. The toe drag, a good one-on-one move, just defended with a stick there, as it'll be behind the cage to Pearsall. Pearsall bodied along the boards. He'll fire it back in where Golnack's the first one to the puck. We've seen that a lot too, Todd. First ones to the puck are the boys in black.
Absolutely. Hustle.
Here's Foster keeping it at the line and wedging it to the corner. Pearsall pressures. It's rimmed around to be kept in by Chappell. It'll just avoid those big size 37 feet, but he's able to keep it in nonetheless. In the corner we work. Back to Chappell. One-time shot. Skips wide. Arm is raised. And we're going to get a penalty for head contact on Chappell.
I was distracted trying to figure out the Nebraska-Rutgers football game ready to kick off here.
Rutgers has a football team?
That's what they say.
From Piscataway, New Jersey, home of the first ever football game, right?
I think it was. I think Brian Bloom was a spectator there.
Quite possibly disguised as Grumpy Cat. As Lyndon Track blocks a shot at the Senators controlling the Penguins' end. One of the first times the Sens have been able to set up here with the man advantage. Shot comes in to the bread basket of number 1, the Squish Tender, who gobbles it up, gets a whistle.
Nice job by Squish there. He had a clear view of the puck and knew he didn't want to put a rebound out there and held it tight.
Now, as a goalie, is that a tough one when it's kind of sinking into that 5-hole area to keep a hold of?
That is. You know, the puck's coming down. You're not sure if you're going to get it with the glove. It's going to go off the pads. It's a little bit harder than it looks.
Battled for behind the cage. The Senators set up the power play. They'll go D to D.
Which is a famous phrase by George Pearsall.
As it's fired just wide of the net. Great down low to high play there by Mississauga to get a good scoring chance in front that just went wide of a sprawled out Squish Tender as the Penguins are in on the forecheck now. Shorthanded, freed up for Jones, who fires a laser over the net.
It's nice pressure shorthanded here.
Looks like 2-minute penalties here. We are in the Great North, so you're going to have a couple different things. Todd, you're going to have touch-up offsides, right? You're going to have 2-minute penalties. We're used to a minute and a half.
That's right.
So a couple things to keep an eye on as you watch Cine TV from home. We're happy to bring it to you. Looks like we've got... Looks like BZP and the Funky Bunch clearly brought the A game to Canada.
Nice.
What a chat feed we have.
Fantastic. Penguins doing a nice job keeping it in the other team zone here to kill this penalty off.
As we wind down, 17 seconds left. Bros reverses. There's Golnack. Now Bolus. He'll go heavy off the boards. Rimmed all the way to the point, but not out.
Not heavy enough. Should have kept that puck and made it play.
Off the stick of Bros, who deflects it. Can the Penguins sneak one out? They can ice on the penalty kill as well in the Great North.
Nice job by Bros. Get the puck down, get new troops out there.
The more Molson Canadians I have, the more I feel like talking in true Pittsburghese and being like, "Don the ice down there."
I love it.
Yin's guys in that. It's Carlson battling in the corner.
That's the Whitaker in your color commentary guy here.
Worked behind, it's Brenneman. Pressured again by Carlson. Up the wall and just past the stick of Foster to be gathered in by Chappell.
And we got Dan Foster here bringing the McKeesport out, working the camera.
I believe there's warrants out potentially in the... No, I'm kidding. These boys are both scholarly gentlemen of the bar.
Now, what bar are you talking about here, Bob?
The lobby bar. The only one I've ever been to.
Speaking of, Larry Calabrese is at the bar. Get me another vodka tea here.
And seriously, that's the kind of support Cine TV has. Like, you've got drink right. I got a Molson brought. You know, just I mean, it's not a 1, 2, 3, 5, 12, 50-man show. I can't wait until we get a truck. There's rumor of a potential truck or trailer being bought for satellites and all kinds of stuff. No more Wi-Fi issues, as we're going to link up with NASA at some point in time, just for Cine TV. So make sure you hit the subscribe button below, subscribe below. 74 more to go until we hit that 1,000, and then we'll begin to bring you some mobile content, things like the kids rolling down the tunnel before the game. We may be able to bring you some arrival videos into the Great North.
And once Harry Cohn and Associates at MedMal1.com looking into sponsorship deals with Cine TV wants to help out with that truck.
I like it.
Dave Chappell with a penalty here, I think, a little checking into the boards, I think.
A little body along the wall, and the Senators will head back to the power play. And I'll be honest, the power play for the Senators was where they generated if not most, if not all of their pressure here against the Penguins. A very organized. They'll work it low to high. They'll try to free the guy up in the high slot. They did it once on the first power play. We'll see how the Penguins defend it this time. Now, this is where the Penguins are most dangerous. They get the puck out of their end, not defending, and create all kinds of havoc for the Senators in the neutral zone and their own offensive zone. And here's Pearsall up ice, weaving to the middle.
Nice play by Braid. Relentless on his back check there and just took the puck from the kid.
Behind the cage was, I believe, Costa, who fired it up for Pelly. He twists at the blue line, trying to get it deep. It's off of one skate, two skate, and there's that relentlessness as his third attempt gets it the whole way to the corner. So 2-minute penalties here. Penguins can ice on the PK as we've got 1 minute and 2 left on the man advantage for Mississauga. Back to the point, pressured immediately. Puck wedges free. It'll be popped out the center by Pelly. He went up ice looking for Flume, cut off by Mississauga. They're back in the Penguin zone.
40 seconds left on the power play here from Mississauga.
Wrapped around to the opposite corner, defended well by Track. Played back to the point. Shot comes in, high slot, turning with it. He'll go down behind the cage, banked off the boards, off the net. Track will pick it up. Halliday will get it off the boards, and here comes Flume with a one-on-one. Look for something special here. Flume carries down the right, twists, turns to the backhand, to the forehand. He's just not able to tuck it past the netminder.
What a nice play by D'Angelo. Not only is he making a move for the score, but he's also killing time doing it there. D'Angelo always reminds me of Malkin when he's carrying that puck. That big body, that big left-handed player with a lot of skill.
What a comparison to Gino Malkin.
All right, 11 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Penguins.
And the Pens leading 7-1. The scoreboard here reads 6-1. I'm guessing some sort of like
mercy
no
roll.
Hurting feelings scoreboard as the Penguins wind the remainder of the penalty away. The Senators gain the Pens end, trying to cut to the middle, defended by 3 Penguins, and out comes Bolus. Bolus tries to work it up the wing to Pearsall, comes off of his skate, but he's right back to the puck. Relentlessness by the Penguin defender as he's able to pull it around on checking forward.
And puts it right on Mississauga's stick.
Well, here comes Carlson. Carlson off of a Senator at center. They wedge it back to the Penguins line. Winding, firing, blocker side. The squish tender puts it to the corner where the Senators are the first ones there. But there's Bros to the puck to battle, supported well by Golnack and Carlson. It'll be Bolus off of a stick up to Jones. Jones taps it free. Here's Carlson winding, firing, and equal to the task is the Senator netminder to keep it a 6-goal game.
Nice play there. Nice save by Squish. Blocker save. Pushes the puck to the corner, and the Pens break out and almost end up with a goal there off a breakaway.
So with 54 seconds, we're here in Etobicoke, Ontario.
How do you say that?
Etobicoke. Literally right, I mean, you can see, for like the last 3 hours of the drive, I feel like you can see the city of Toronto, the Space Needle. I kept pointing it out to Squish as he was like on his phone. Then we crossed the border. I'm like, you can't use data here because I'm not paying for it.
Right.
Put your phone away and look at Toronto. But really, probably about a half an hour outside of the city of Toronto. A nice 4-rink facility here, so I'm not sure how many different ones we're going to play on. But we're here, City TV here, bringing you all the live action from beautiful Canada.
You know, I spent penalty on David Chappell here. You know, Jeremy, I spent probably 45 minutes on the drive up talking to AT&T, trying to make sure that I didn't have any roaming charges. And then pregame, I dropped about $110 at the bar in 10 minutes.
That's the way it goes. Like, I will do anything to... So it looks like potentially penalty 3 on 57 Chappell on a play at the blue line. You know, he got into the player, but I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised. I feel like we're used to the Canadian referees letting more go, not less. I feel like the game has maybe switched. My time coming up, we haven't been to Canada in a long, long time. because of COVID and border restrictions, and now that we're here, like there's just a, you know, I expected a little bit more of what I'll call like a Detroit feel, where like if you didn't shiv someone, you're probably not headed to the box. Here, like a little bump here, a little bump there. We've seen a couple, you know, physical plays get called, so the Penguins want to remember that and understand it kind of as they go through this tournament.
It'll be interesting to see what Coach Hannan does here with Dave Chappell in the third period. One more penalty, and he will be suspended for the next game. I remember last year we had that situation with Tyler with 3 penalties, and you know, Trevor let him play. 2 minutes later, he got his 4th penalty, got kicked out for the next game. But it's something that the coaches keep an eye on. So we'll see what Coach does here with David in the third period. And for full disclosure, I was happy that Tyler kept playing with 3 penalties and figured he'd learn one way or another.
One way, you either learn to play and not get another penalty, or you learn by watching your team in the next game. Right now, we'll give you an injury update. No Penguin injuries that I know of keeping anybody out. So no Penguin injuries. Everybody at full health coming into the weekend. There's looks like a 15-minute third period as well, as the Penguins are going to start on the penalty kill.
Minute 49 left on the kill.
And the Penguins control off the draw, driving in Costa into your living room. You got to remember to lock the doors. I don't think you want Joey Costa driving into your living room. As the Senators take it back at their blue line, Costa with the back pressure. The Senators able to gain the Penguins' end on an onside play, forcing one towards the net that sticked to the wall by Squish and cleared by the Penguins.
Golnak with the forecheck here on the penalty kill.
I believe that's actually Owen's middle name. Owen Forecheck Golnak.
Right, forecheck, back check, paycheck with Owen Golnak. The OG.
The OG. Twists it into the Senators' end. It's D to D to reverse the attack angle by Mississauga. No call there as a player fell down kind of near the stick of a Penguin. It was definitely not a trip. Great job by the Zebras to not call that, as brother Joey winds into the Senators' end. Those of you who are top cheese fans know why that nickname came about. Played with his sister all summer long. It was Sister Abby and brother Joey, the Franciscan monk.
What a force Abby was in top cheese, huh?
Why do you think we got her on Cameron's team?
Right.
An absolute stud.
I thought that's how it works.
As Squish puts a puck behind the net, it'll be picked up by Bolus, twisting, turning, and coming away with it out the left wing side, right side on your screen. He makes the smart Canadian play of clearing it high up off the glass on the PK. Jimmy Halliday in on the forecheck, frees it up for Flume. Flume cutting to the middle. He'll tap it across, gathered in by Bolus. Bolus firing one at the net. Rebound sits in front, and there's D'Angelo Flume. A little POP pass off pads by Tyler Bolus.
You know, it's nice to see a kid like D'Angelo Flume get rewarded there. He's the one that made that play, put the puck in the open territory for Tyler, and D'Angelo goes to the net and gets rewarded with a nice shorthanded goal there. Or I don't know, was the power play up?
Power play was over. Put some fries on your sandwich, folks. That's a Pittsburgh goal by D'Angelo Flume. Yeah, I believe power play up.
That should make it 8-1 here, even though the scoreboard in the arena is still reflecting 6-1.
Might even be 9. I might have forgotten to put another one up. I don't know. Perhaps not. I did forget to get the replay on that one, so my apologies to the Flume family as Halliday comes in on an offside play. It's a little hard for us because we are in the bar where they are now streaming the Toronto Blue Jays and the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners leading 4-0 here. That now goes final, so maybe I'll hear a little less of the volume of the baseball game in my ear. as Jones winds in, fires one high, blocker side, wrap around by Pearsall.
And here comes Drew Carlson walking by us to get a refill at the bar.
Oh, wow. Come on, my parents are watching. I'm just kidding. They're at the bar.
His parents also watching and at the bar. As they wind into the offensive end, come the Senators, defended well by the Penguins' defense. The 5 flightless birds on the ice, Brenneman, Pearsall, Jones, Foster, and Chappell. So we're going to see him roll Chappell out here, which I like what you said. Hey, the lesson will be learned one way or another.
Right.
Here's Pearsall with the puck. Back to the point to Foster. Foster back to Pearsall as they play catch. A little backyard hockey here on Lake Latonka. As we wind it deep to Pearsall. He'll protect along the wall. Leaving it for Jones. He cuts to the middle, and it just rolls off his stick. He'll chase it down and loft it towards the cage screen in front by Brenneman, gloved by the goaltender.
Loose puck there. Puck just rolled off Jonesy's stick. You know, the oceans parted there for Jones as he cut to the middle.
It's like Moses off the wall.
You know, what's your favorite lake name? Lake Latonka, Lake Titicaca? What do you go with here, Jeremy?
I mean, we're on the banks of Lake Ontario. I mean, you got Ontario, you got Erie. You know, that's a spooky lake. It's Halloween month, you know, maybe a little Lake Erie action.
I like it.
You know, isn't there one in Ticonderoga? I mean, there's got to be a Lake Ticonderoga.
And we have Lake Foster up near Conneaut.
We got Foster Road up near, I mean, is all of Mercer named Foster? They should just rename the town Foster.
Bananas Foster.
Oil cans of Foster's. As it is worked up the right side by the Senators. Shot comes in, deflected by the Pens behind the cage. Pens will battle for it. They'll wedge it up the wall. Out to center, and here they come, a potential 2-on-1. Into the zone comes Pelly. He'll go with the spin around the back door past Acosta, and a better save. The Penguins converted again on the behind-the-back pass.
That was like the mirror play of Pearsall to Brenneman.
As Jones on the back check, the back pressure of the Penguins creating all kinds of havoc in the neutral zone. I think they realize that back pressure turns into chances up the ice. As Jones gets to the puck, just loses it. The Senators overskate though, and skating into it with speed is Flume. Flume fending off a defender, goes backhand. Snipey on the backhand.
A little sneaky backhand shot by D'Angelo there. A few other players were cutting to the net, I think distracted the goalie. And D'Angelo goes backhand over the glove. Nice play.
He's able to bury the biscuit on the backhand and give the Penguins a 9-1 advantage.
Nice cross-ice pass by Bros.
As 2 Senators run into each other, Bros will defend the wall.
SS Bros, hard to get by that kid.
It'll be Jones now. Up the wall, I think that's Pearsall. He'll fire cross ice, and here comes Flume. Flume weaving to the middle, going to the backhand. He's defended off well to the corner, but he stays with the puck and advances it to Jones. Jones behind the cage. It'll be taken away by Mississauga, worked up the right wing side where Flume gets the poker in there and pokes it free. We get a whistle with 7:50 to play. And we have a player down behind the cage. They're continuing to run the clock through injury.
You know, I couldn't even see that there was a kid down from our view here. We can't even see the kid behind the boards there. I was wondering what the whistle was for.
And we will get a clock stoppage here. They ran about 12 seconds off there with the injury timeout, but it is third period action.
Unacceptable. No, I'm joking.
You're to the running clock. Let's see. Let's take a look here. The remaining schedule for the weekend. We get a big day tomorrow. 2 games for the Penguinis tomorrow. It'll be an 11:50 game against the Niagara North. Team, I looked up their stats from last year. Excellent hockey team. Rumor has it that they are able to snap the puck around a little bit. You got great goaltending. So Niagara North at 11:50. And then the matchup I think a lot of people have been waiting for. It's the Penguins and the Vaughan Kings at 5:05. One of the top teams in all of Canada, one of the top teams in all of the US of A, and they're going to square off right here in Etobicoke tomorrow. And then the Penguins will wrap up pool play on Sunday morning against the Toronto Titans. And then after that, we'll be able to bring you all of the playoff action here Sunday and Monday. So if you were planning on going to work on Columbus/Indigenous Peoples Day, then I suggest you call work, let them know you're unavailable, and join us here on Cine TV.
Right. Columbus Day, a big day for the Calabrese family.
And a big day in Pittsburgh, like parades and fairs. And I used to live in Bloomfield. There's a big Columbus Day celebration in the Little Italy section of Pittsburgh. Big fan of most of the restaurants. If you've not met me before, you can tell by my physique that I'm a big fan of Italian food. So,
drop the gun, take the cannoli.
The Senators work it behind the Penguins' cage, up to the point, D to D, as they shoot one in, glove side,
nice
snagged
save
by the Squish tender.
Nice job by Squish there. There was some traffic in front. He gets out there, makes sure he sees a clear shot, and gives up no rebound.
The Senators with a little push here, trailing by a score of 9-1. 6:18 to play of a running clock here in the third period.
There's
Halliday.
a play off the face-off where the offside winger stays in the middle and cuts right in behind the opposing center. Another staple of the old Trevor Edwards defensive face-off game.
So these boys, most of them playing for Trevor for one or two of the last 2 years, and even some 3 or 4, depending on their days back to the Little 66ers, aptly named at the Lemieux Sports Center for the Mite program there. As the Penguins work it around and up to the blue line. Here's some good pressure by Mississauga. And this is probably good for the Penguins here. A little bit of time in your end. Can you figure out how to kind of work in your own zone? How do you condense and expand? Condense and expand in that defensive zone. They're good on the counterattack, and we're going to see that now. Here's Brenneman. He's got Halliday with him as he centers one. That's defended well by the Senators' defense. Murray. And Murray, look at the flow on that one. That's like the classic hockey, backside flow. He might have the biz rock, maybe rocking the mullet as Carlson weaves in. He'll fire one off the chest of the goaltender.
Heck of a dish by Joey Costa there.
And he's Costa back on the puck in the high slot before it rolls off of his stick. And look at the footwork and the hips of Lyndon Track. Able to just get in front, get those hips swiveled around, and defend the play up the ice incredibly well. The Senators never end up gaining the Penguin zone until now. It'll be Track with the puck, snapping it over to Pelly. Pelly, he'll drive up the left wing side, right side on your TV screen. Defended well, as he'll get a bit of a hook in, and the Pens are going to get the penalty as Pelly raises hands looking for a holding the stick call. A feed across, fought off by Squish, gathered in by the Pens, and Pelly's going to head to the sin bin for a pair.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, Jeremy. It looked like the kid just got tied up with Cam's stick. Cam even put his hands up to show he wasn't trying to hook the kid or pull the kid down, but the call still goes against him here. So the Pens will be shorthanded for 2 minutes with 3:57 left in the game, and you see the ongoing running clock here. Face-off
banked in behind the Penguins' cage. It'll be popped up off of the skate of Pearsall, cleared out the center, pressured immediately by Brenneman. Now Pearsall up the wall. It's wedged by the Pens as we play catch between the blue lines. It'll be forced all the way into the Penguins' end where the SS Rowan Bros will pick things up. Off the boards, fired up through center. Pressured by Pearsall, he almost popped free.
Nice stop by Bros.
In on cage there by Brozy. And the Senators will pick it up behind. Bros also fresh off a trip to the Pirate game. The Squish tender able to secure 4 tickets at the Pens Elite Golf outing. to the Pirate game on Wednesday night, the season finale, able to avoid loss number 101. It was Squish and two of his baseball buddies, and one of those baseball buddies happens to also wear the black and gold here for the Penguins. It's Rowan Bros. So Squish and Rowan actually go to school together. They play baseball together, and they play hockey together. And apparently next month they're going to get an apartment together, just live together, and they're already in college, basically.
Is that part of the Pirates' new marketing program? If you come to the game, they give you free tickets to go golfing somewhere?
Free tickets and an apartment. An apartment in downtown. And because they both play baseball, there's a chance they get contracts.
I think they still need to sweeten the pot to get the Bullets family down there. Mississauga, by the way, gets a penalty there with 2:22 left to go, so it's 4-on-4 here.
Little 4-on-4 action for what'll be 20 more seconds before the Penguins get their first power play. Squish will glove one, hold on to it, running clock action. Probably not a bad move.
No, that's good. Hold the puck. Like I said, Squish and Ryland have been so good this year at going through periods of time where they're not seeing a lot of action, then all of a sudden they'll see some really good shots, and they've been equal to the task. Really good job by both of them this year.
The referee drops the puck. Pelly comes out. Penguins are on a power play for a minute 20, and Pelly's free. No icing here. Oh, yes, no. Then they do blow. He didn't have his arm up. The referee literally looked back like, are you going to call this? He said no, and then he put his arm up. We could actually smell it from here, and that's how he was able to know he was there to make the call.
I think he remembered it was an American team and decided to call it icing there, Jeremy.
And it was probably the right call.
I agree.
54 seconds left on the power play, a minute and 22 now in a running clock, third period. Your Pens leading 9-1 in what should give them an opening series or an opening game victory before heading to tomorrow. A pair of games tomorrow for the Penguins. In the morning, it's Niagara North. In the afternoon, it's the Vaughan Kings. It'll be the Penguins' defense from behind the net, trying to work it up through center with the power play. Pens would like to get some action in the offensive zone here on the power play. See if they can practice the setup. See if they can practice some puck control. Here's Chappell with it at the point. He'll fire one heavily towards the net. It eludes the cage and ends up behind. Here's Halliday dancing from behind the cage like Fred Astaire. Back to the point for Foster. Foster backside one-timer by Jones is wide of the cage. Costa to the puck. Unable to kind of set things up. It's wedged by. The Senators trying to squeak somebody out of the box for a breakaway. It'll be Penguins getting to it and getting it all the way to the Senators line. Poked at by Jones. He'll come free with the puck. Down to the ice he goes. It'll be the Senators following on.
10 seconds left in the game.
We'll wind this one down here. Thank you all for joining us on Cine TV. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below. Subscribe below. Whether you're watching live or on replay, hit a subscribe button for us. We'll be back here tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have a little bit better now that we have the internet thing figured out. Be able to bring it to you, but a 9-1 win for the Penguins. Great game here, and let's hope they can continue this style of play through tomorrow. Again, I agree with you. The key to this one was the puck movement.
Right, the puck movement every game with this team. That's the best part about them. No one is selfish out there. They're happy to move the puck up to a teammate, happy to be on the assist side of it instead of the goal side of it, and that's what makes them so hard to compete against. And the back checking by all the forwards, the goaltending, the D moving the puck up, it's just a hard team to compete against right now when they're playing like this.
So we're going to bring you the intro videos here that we missed before, so stay tuned. We'll bring you those. Thanks for joining us. Cinnamon Swirl TV, no rights reserved. You may feel free to use any of this in your social media. Just tag us in the post. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything but pretty much like the Insta. So find us there. Also, cinetv.com for some merch. And Todd, by the way, tomorrow, I may have some Cine TV merch.
Oh, don't tease me, buddy. Don't tease me.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Here comes the player intro.
Good night.
Evans, number 1, Brickwall University.
Rowan Bros, number 10, D-Man Academy.
Linden Track, 11, Bar Down Academy.
Braden Pearson, number 12, Wheeling Academy.
Zach Brenneman, number 17, Boyce Middle School.
Lucas Jones, 18, Trekking Academy.
Jimmy Halliday, 19, Little Pens Academy.
Cam Pelly, number 27, from K-12 Online School.
Ryland Calabrese, 30, Shutdown Academy. Owen Golinak, number 53, Bar Down Academy.
David Trappel, number 57, and I'm from Clap Bomb Academy.
Joey Costa, 59, Eden Hall Academy. Danny Foster, 88, Mercer Elementary School.
Jack Carlson, 90, Back Check Your Butt Off Academy.
Tyler Bullis, number 92, Hit Academy. D'Angelo Flume, 97, Top Shelf Academy.